build our first Visura website. This is going to be a quick overview, hopefully giving you enough information to get started using the site builder. Step 1 is to set up your Visura domain. This is a URL that you can use to test your website and to see it before it goes live when you launch it under your own domain name. All right, let's set up a title. And here we're going to select a template. The templates all have access to the same features and page layouts. The biggest difference is where the menu sits on your website and the colors and fonts. The colors and fonts can also be edited in the design editor after you select your template. All right, let's get started. So on this page here, we're in the sites section of the site builder. You can manage multiple websites. When you have a site selected, you can see all the pages in your website. The next section down is the pages section. You can edit your site menu. You can set a home page. You can create and edit pages. Moving down, we have our design section. As I mentioned earlier, you can edit colors, fonts, add your logo, and make some layout selections. Here, you can set up your custom domain name when you're ready to go. Support is happy to help you with that one. Please note that your site is currently private and you should go through the steps to launch it before you set up your DNS. This will allow Google search engines to index your site. If you need tips on SEO, you can check out this section here. It's also a good place to manage all of your site's metadata in one place. And here's a link to our support article for more help. You can always create a support ticket as well. All right, let's get started. This is the video you're watching now. Let's edit our website. Okay, here's our pages section. As we build out pages, they will go into the site menu. Unlisted pages fall out down here. You can drag pages up. You can edit the page by clicking it. And let's get started by building some new pages. Story pages are special on Visura. These are shared to the Visura network at large and also live on your website. Custom pages only live on your website and can be built with our drag and drop editor to build any sort of web page you might want to create. A blog feed is a feed of your Visura content. So that is stories, news posts, and images. You can filter by tags, and you can use this to automatically display any public content. We also offer landing pages, which are a simple way to make a home page. We have file drops, which are a way to share files. And we have product pages where you can set up a PayPal shopping cart. As you're building out your menu, you can add a folder here. You can create a link to any destination that you have a URL to. You can add a spacer so you can create different sections of your menu. And you can put in a text bulletin if you have really important information that you want to throw in your menu. If you want to build out your site further, you can set up a footer here and drag any of your pages into the footer. Let's get started with a story page. As you can see, you can password protect any page using this interface here. The first step is to set up a layout. You can pick a standard layout, or you can use the advanced story builder. We're going to get started by adding some content. Let's start with a grid. We can add some tags. Notice that your story is private on Visura. It's not being shared with your network or on your profile page. You have options to adjust the layout here. You can change your setting. And here you can set up your page title. You can change the URL. You can password protect it. You can make a copy of the page. And you can see how your page looks on social. Going back to the editor, we can add more sections. Let's set up some text. Right, so you can create a heading here. This will follow the styles that you set up in the design editor. Let me grab some body text. These will also follow the styles set up in the design editor. You can override the design editor using the text editor here. All right, there we go. Going back to the pages section, if we look at our blog, we'll notice that we can stream news posts, stories, and images through our blog. And we're only showing public content. So you may remember we did not make the story public that we just created, so it's not going to show up here. Let's go back and make it public and see what happens. We're going to edit the new story that we created. We're going to click publish. We're going to make it public. Now it will show up on your blog. It's also on my Visura profile page as well. There it is. If we head over to our profile page, we can see it's here as well. It's important to note that you can display private stories on your website by just dragging a story up into the menu. This function does not follow the privacy settings for the network, allowing you to keep stories private on the Visura network and show them on your website. Check this out. Status, unlisted. So it's no longer shown on my blog feed. It's no longer shown on my Visura profile page, but it's still available to my website in the menu. So when users come to my website, they'll click a link in my menu and view the story. Let's check out custom pages quickly. You'll notice this is a similar build out from the advanced story builder we were just using. You can create content feeds, which work similar to the way your blog works, but they sit in the middle of the page. And you can add lots of layout items here to create different sections. All right, jumping back to the pages, I think we have this section sorted out. Here you can change your home page, and here's a link again to launch your site when you're ready to do that. Moving down, we're going to look at the design editor. You can change your template at any time here, upload logos, set up your site name. You have some layout options here, and you can set your font here. Looking at the text options, these are the defaults for your website. You can use the text editor to override these defaults on any specific page. All right, moving on to settings. When you're ready to upgrade, you can set up a custom domain name. You set your site title here. That's the title that shows up on your homepage in the browser tab. Once you upgrade, you can set up in-depth SEO descriptions. You're going to want to make sure your copyright notice is set up using your name. Here is the place where you can allow search engines to index your site, effectively launching it, and a few other settings here. You can add Google Analytics for tracking traffic, site icon, social media, and you can insert custom code into your website to edit the styles once you upgrade. Looking at our SEO tool, here's a place to look at all the metadata from every page that you create all in one place. And here's a look at your home page as well. One important thing to note is that your home page does not need to be in your menu. Often keep that unlisted and just click your name or the logo to go home. All right, that's it for the basic overview. Always feel free to reach out to support if you have any questions.